Hi, welcome back to the Rest Stop, the extra unofficial recap of Global All Stars. My name is Matthew, also known as Belakboy, a content creator that talks all things World of Wonder and Drag Race. And I am joined today by, of course, Clover Bish from Drag Race España. How are you doing today, Clover?
Today I'm sleepy because, as you can see from my window, it's pretty late here in Spain, but I want to talk about this episode, so I'm really excited.
And of course, as everyone can see, we are not joined this week by our third co-host, NIRU'S, aka HugeAsMammoth. They
She
were
died.
abducted by aliens. NIRU'S was abducted by aliens, was abducted by Janeri Bloom. We have not heard from them. But unfortunately, NIRU'S was not able to join us today, but they will be back next week. They wanted me to, hold on one second here. I do want to just really quick say what NIRU'S wanted to say,
Okay.
which was NIRU'S said, if I had to rank all the challenges on Drag Race, I'd rank acting challenges lowest. They're never good, always unfunny, the reference is outdated, just annoying. And boobies was no different.
Period.
So just had to get that out of the way before, so you all know exactly where NIRU'S is. But then Clover Bish and I are joined by a icon from Drag Race Italia, and you might recognize her from this season of Global All Stars. Everyone, please welcome Nehellenia.
Hello!
Ciao.
Hi, ciao
Ciao.
ciao!
Come stai?
Tutto bene, grazie, tu?
Oh, sto bene, grazie. See, there's my 2 years of Italian right there, of Italian studying.
Wow.
You look
Nehellenia.
stunning, Clover. You're always so beautiful, and you boy are my crush, so.
Oh my God, get a room, you two.
Stop. I'm nervous. Oh my God. No, Lenia, thank you so much for joining us today to talk about this new season that you are competing on. We've
Me?
had guests, yes, you. I don't know if you were aware, but you are competing on Global All Stars. You are kind of the first guest that we're having here today talk about the season that you're actively competing on. And I just kind of wanted to ask you real quick, like, how has the experience been so far for you now that you're an official Rue girl?
Uh, it's a huge thing. I'm coming from maybe one of the more slept on franchise, Drag Race Italia. And now I see all the world eyes on me. It's a huge thing. Be in front of RuPaul, in front of Michelle. I think it's like a dream come true. And I'm feeling a little bit like Cinderella. So for me, it's everything.
I mean, absolutely. It's like it's so wonderful, and I think I can speak for a lot of people to see you kind of represent this underrated franchise like Drag Race Italia. So it was very iconic to see you kind of compete on this season, and kind of see you as part of this cast. So it's going to be really interesting to talk about this recent episode with you, which was the the boobies acting challenge. Um, which I think we all have some thoughts on. And Nehellenia, I don't know what thoughts you might have on it, but Clover and I for sure have thoughts. And as we could tell from NIRU'S message, they had some thoughts as well.
I think what she say is correct in one fact. The fact
Mhm,
that we recording like last year when Barbie movie was a huge thing, and watching now, I can understand like maybe it lose a little bit of the enthusiasm about it, but I
mhm,
think it was a cute, a very cute acting challenge. I'm not a fan of the acting challenge. I
mhm,
prefer like girl band group remix,
Yeah.
musical. Let me perform, but acting challenge is fine.
mhm. Clover, what do you think of acting challenges in your opinion?
What can I say? I was in the bottom, so I hate acting challenges. And also, I feel like sometimes they get too long, but I don't know if this was the case. I don't know how long were the movies, but it didn't feel like longer than other when they do Drag Race USA that it gets like 20 minutes or more. I don't know if it was just I don't know, my
Yeah,
feeling.
no, it felt like it was shorter. It felt like 90 seconds as if it was an actual trailer, which I kind of appreciated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the edit cut a lot. The every trailer was very longer than what that we see, but
Mhm,
yeah, it's not. For example, I remember in Italy the acting challenge we do telenovelas were very 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 long.
mhm,
So I think yeah, it's a little bit shorter.
mhm. And I think that that is one of the good things that came out of these 45-minute episodes is that, sometimes acting challenges on US Drag Race, they feel a little long, but here they felt like a good pace, like a nice short and sweet trailer, which I appreciated personally. I don't know what they cut out, and we don't have to get into what they did cut out, but from what I saw, I actually thought they were kind of. But before we get into the episode, let's talk briefly about the workroom and some things that I encountered there. So at the start of this episode, all the girls, including you, Nehellenia, walk in, and we see Vanity Vane particularly in her feelings about being in the bottom for the challenge. And in her confessional, she said that she would put ALYSSA in the bottom. And what are both of your opinions on that?
I think Vanity doesn't deserve the bottom two. She was great. Yeah, maybe she was not the best of our group, but she was great. So I
Mhm.
can understand how she's feeling,
Yeah,
and I can say nothing about the Alyssa
yeah.
gate. Sorry.
And who was the best of your group, Nehellenia?
The best of our group.
Mhm.
You know, drag art is about taste. You can like someone and don't like someone else. So for sure, I like myself, so I can say
Mhm.
me. But I love Kitty's Clothes. I think she was so good, and I love Gala, and everyone was good. I miss congeniality.
Good. Clover, what about you?
I think it's not because she's here, but I think Nelenia was the best. So
Yeah.
Rob.
Mhm. And since Clover, you are not part of the Global All Stars cast, do you agree with Alyssa being in the bottom?
I don't know about that. I mean, she could have been low, but I don't know if I would send her to a lip sync because at the end of the
Mm,
day, she was the group leader. It is true that I thought it was too ambitious what she did with the choreography, but I don't blame her. She's a dancer.
mm.
Maybe it would have happened the same thing with me. So
Yeah. And a dance teacher at that. So I'm sure she probably like had this expectation to take the reins on the choreography like that. And then of course we go in to the infamous reading challenge. And I I do want to say this right out. I personally did not agree with the edit that they tried to give us that everybody was flopping. I thought there were a lot of good reads thrown in there. I don't know,
I was
Nehellenia,
laughing.
what do you think? Yeah, I was laughing. There were some really good ones in there. What do you both think?
Um, Leaving that, I can say that it was a little bit flop. I need to be honest. It
Okay.
wasn't a very good reading challenge. Sorry. Sorry. Um, I have a good laugh. I remember that I like the kitty one. Tessa was good. I think I was good too. But you
Mhm.
can only see one joke about me. So sorry for
Yeah.
you.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, there was a little bit moment that everyone was like, ah. So I watched better reading challenge in another season.
Mm.
I need to be honest.
Yeah. Do you think it's because of the language barrier or because you all suck?
I, for sure, I have different style of humor can is a problem.
Mhm.
Because I can understand, for example, I don't get it a lot of time the Australian type of humor. So when Queen
Mm.
Kong do a joke about me, I never get it. Really, I don't really get it. But for example, I get it the one from Kitty. Or
Mhm.
when Alyssa speak, I never understand her. So I don't know.
Nobody.
I think it's the different kind of humor, and
Yeah,
we
European
came.
humor.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I understand more the European humor. I need to be
Hmm.
honest.
So after the reading challenge, we have a mini challenge winner of Kitty Scott Claus, who I personally agree with winning. I think she had some of the funnier reads of the night myself. Do you both agree with this?
For what we see,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Like also there were more jokes shown from her, right?
mhm.
I
Like
think
three.
three.
Yeah.
Yeah, so comparing to the others that it was only one joke, so yeah, she was funnier, I think.
Only because she had so many jokes to work off of, or shown in
Yeah.
the edit. We should specify. So after the mini challenge, RuPaul reveals the challenge of the week, which was an acting challenge that was sort of a mashup of Barbie and famous movies in history. The three what were the three sequels, as RuPaul called them, were Boobies of the Caribbean, Jurassic Booby, and Franken Booby. So Nirupam said earlier in their message that acting challenges are always outdated. And as we know, Global All Stars was probably filming back when Barbie was releasing in theaters. So I wanted to ask your opinions on having a challenge sort of centered around the huge cultural phenomenon that was Barbie.
Yeah, it was Barbie, but if you're thinking about it, there's like Barbie mixed with some very big cultural movie like Frankenstein, Jurassic Park, and Pirates of Caribbean. So okay, Barbie was huge last year, but the trailer is about some movie that is endless, so
Hmm.
you can enjoy it.
Absolutely. Clover, did you have any thoughts?
I hate I hate acting challenges no matter what is what they are trying to portray. I don't care. But I think that doing something that it's closer to nowadays, it's better for us, especially for me, because I haven't watched, I think, any of the films. So yeah, I
Oh,
haven't. Because I just watch
wow.
reality TV, I told you. So I haven't watched any of them, and that was the issue I had on my season too, that I haven't watched any of the horror films that we were representing. So
Mhm.
fuck my drag, right?
For Global All Stars 2, when you're on, they need to have an acting challenges about reality TV. That's
Hopefully. Please, Real Housewives of Atlanta or something like that.
the Real Housewives of like, oh my God, could you imagine like a Global All Stars acting challenges that's like Real Housewives of like different countries?
Please, if
That would be
someone from Wow Presents is watching this, take notes.
they're probably watching Nehellenia to make sure she doesn't spill her NDA.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So let's get into the acting challenge and let's talk about the trailers that were kind of produced. And the first group of queens that we have were the Jurassic Booby team, which comprised of all Ru girls, Alyssa Edwards, Kitty Scott Claus, and Queen Kong. And what were both of your opinions on this group and how they did in the challenge?
Well, I have
Wow.
So
to say, I think it was non-European humor, so I didn't get it.
I think they were good. They
Girl.
were good.
Mhm.
No, I think everyone was very good in this challenge. Just they were not my favorite. A little bit of tea. Indian tag. We talk about that. That someone of us didn't like it. The Jurassic movie. There was a little bit fight, but then we clarify everything, so that it was good. But yeah, we
Mhm.
talk about it. So for me it's not a problem say that i really I really not enjoy a lot the trailer,
Hmm.
sorry.
Clover, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, same. For me, it was difficult to understand because I haven't watched the movie. But even though I think they were good, but I don't know if it was funny. which I think it's the main objective of these kind of challenges. So yeah, it was kind of weird for me then the resolution of the episode.
Yeah, I agree for the most part. I think we were lacking some it was funny for the wrong reasons. Like Alyssa like getting the lines wrong or something, delivering them in a funny way or in a funny way sort of. I do want to say though, I do think Queen Kong, I do think she was funny and I think she deserved a top placement. I do agree with that. But Alyssa and Kitty left me wanting more, and I feel like I sound like Michelle Visage saying that. But I wish they took it a little further for this. But I thought Queen Kong was wonderful, and we'll get into it a little later. But we see them win the challenge, and there's been a lot of debate about Ru girl favoritism this season. And Nehellenia, you don't have to comment on it if you don't want to, but Clover and I, we can comment on it. But there's been a lot of debate and discourse about how there's a lot of Ru girl favoritism on Global All Stars, and a lot of people think that this episode was an example of that, and now it's the lowest rated episode of Drag Race ever across any franchise.
It was close to España season 3. It was close.
Which episode?
I don't know. I saw like a ranking on Twitter, and it was like Drag Race España season 3, and then Global All Stars. It was not like the episode; it was the franchise.
The average, which is crazy because love you, Clover, but I would put España 3 like dead bottom.
I mean, I did not produce it; I was just there.
So, what are your thoughts on sort of that discourse and conversation going on about how Global All Stars is related to Ru girl favoritism?
I didn't quite see it as Ru girl favoritism, but I think it's the language barrier. I don't know if maybe for Ru it's not that funny to see girls who maybe struggle with English and not have an American or UK accent. So those are my thoughts. I don't know if it's favoritism or it's just easier for Ru and the judges to understand the other girls. What do you think?
Art is like subjective. You can try to be more objective than you can, but you have your own taste. So when you are judges, for sure, a little bit you have the preference, but not for the girls, for the way that the girls maybe deliver the jokes or talk. So you can like one group more than one, and another people don't think like you. But it doesn't mean that the decision was wrong. Every decision was right for the judges that they make the decision. Fuck off. Decision. Sorry, that decision. So I'm a good with the group with the winner. Because for the judges was the winner group, so I'm okay.
Okay, glad to hear that you're at peace with it, because I'm not. No kidding. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting debate, and I think this is a good time to bring up that, and we kind of brought it up last week in our podcast. This is not, the rest stop is not a place to harbor hate for any of the queens. We might talk about our opinions, but we do not condone any sort of harsh word choices or threats against any of the queens. This is kind of a place where we want to foster that love for all these queens that are willing to come back and show us their art and how they kind of present these challenges. So moving on to the next group, we have our very own Nehellenia's team. We have Boobies of the Caribbean. What are your thoughts on this group?
How much talent! Oh my god!
How did you feel watching it?
I'm very enjoyed that. They naturally I do it. So I did it. So I know every joke that it was cut off, and I was no, but it was fun. I love my two sisters, Soa and PYTHIA. We have such a good time together. We help a lot each other, and I think it was very good. I don't want I want to be humble, but I need to say that we are the best of the challenge. Sorry.
Period.
Yes. Don't worry, we agree here. I agree, at least. Clover, what were your
Yeah.
thoughts?
I think I also think this was the best group. They were all so committed to the character that it made
Mhm.
me, even though I haven't watched the film, I was so in the story, like into it. So yeah, and also seeing also I wanted to comment on Pythia because
Mhm.
during her season I don't remember her for being like really funny, and she was hilarious. I don't know, I was very proud to see her succeed
Dragger.
like that.
I
Yeah.
want to
Dragger.
say, if I need to choose this group like the winning group, I choose for sure Pitya like the winner of the challenge. For me, was Pitya.
Really?
Yeah, was so fun. The
Mhm.
character was on point. The jokes, it was like one after one, was so good.
Mhm.
I will choose Pitya for the winning.
Yeah, I thought Pythia was wonderful in this challenge. I think I myself would have chosen Soa as the winner, because I thought she did great in the challenge. And then later in the runway, which we'll get to, I thought her runway was spectacular. But overall, your group, Nehellenia, was just fantastic. I thought you all did very well. I thought you were very funny as well.
Thank you.
And it's kind of like weird to like say this to the queen's face that we've been, kind of talking all season, but I thought you were really committed to the character that you had. Like the scream that you did when you, I think it was you and Pythia. The scream that you did was just very well
Oh, I
done.
want to say something
Hmm.
about that because there was the jokes from Soa about the iceberg, but there
Hmm.
wasn't the Titanic reference for me and Pitya. And
Okay.
what has to say to Michelle could be nice if we do like Leonardo and like Rose and Jack
Yeah.
and then scream.
Hmm.
And she was, yeah, do it. So it wasn't in the script. It was something that we proposed and I think was very
Oh,
funny.
yeah, it
It
was.
was. It was kind of like the highlight of the challenge. I think. I think it really was well
Hmm.
done.
Thank you.
Yeah, this group was buonissimo, perfetto. Ah, I'm so
Like you're
fluent nowadays.
Italian.
And then, of course, we had our last group of the Frankenbooby team, comprised of Tessa Testicle, Vanity Vane, Gala VARO, and Eva Le Queen. What are your thoughts?
Sorry, I thought it was Jimbo. I was like, what is Jimbo doing there? And it's Vanity. Wow.
It's just blonde and big boobs. Not everybody's just
Yeah,
Jimbo, Clover.
true. True. It's true. It doesn't happen to me, so that's why. I enjoyed this group. I think they were not the best, but I still think that some of them, like for example Tessa, they did very well as too. Yeah,
Yeah, Vanity was good too. Vanity was
yeah,
Mhm.
amazing. And also, I enjoy a lot Gala in the challenge because we know Gala for be very sexy, very like a pop star, a very
yeah.
la mujer no poderosa, odio, mujer. She
I
always
know what you're
say
saying. Yeah,
Yeah,
the peligrosa.
yes.
yeah.
But now we see like a silly, like a quirky part of Gala was something that I never saw. So for me was I love Gala.
Yeah. I love when queens who are not used to do this kind of challenges step out of their comfort zone like Gala did, and I thought she was going to be praised for that. And it happened the opposite thing. It was the opposite way.
It's
But yeah, I was really happy to see her do. For me, she did great.
Mhm.
I mean, I was so confused.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was weird because even during critiques, and we always talk about how so many critiques get cut out. But from the critiques that we saw, it seemed like they really liked Gala in the challenge, and they only critiqued her runway. So it seems like they only put her in the bottom for the runway, which I don't even agree with then either. Um,
Yeah.
it's it's kind of weird, but I did also want to ask you both, what were your thoughts on Eva Le Queen? Because she is our eliminated contestant this week.
I remember that Eva, when we talk about her character, say that they really don't get it, um, the character, because Karen, the character of Karen, the woman like
Mhm.
that we need
Mm.
to say always say what did they the Karen,
Yeah.
just the Karen is something very American. And for example, in Italia, we don't have like the Karen character. And she say that also in the Philippines, she don't get it. So maybe that stuff make her very difficult to play the character.
Hmm.
Hmm. Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I just go ahead, Clover.
No, no, no. I was going to agree on that because when you are portraying a specific character or something like that, it's very difficult to be like committed to the character when you don't get it, and it happened to me too. 'Cause yeah, I didn't know who that kid was, and I was trying to portray what I had on my mind, but it was not what it had to be, you know.
And that's when you were robbed. Which challenge was that? Why am I
No, I
forgetting?
was not. I don't think I was robbed. It was the acting challenge when I had my wig with the comb rotating on top of
Oh,
my
you
head.
weren't robbed. Yeah, you weren't robbed.
Was I robbed? I don't know.
You were
I don't
not.
know.
Is what I'm saying.
I was not.
No, not at all. Love you though. Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, I think this character was kind of the culmination of the Americanization of Global All Stars. I think it is a very American character. Um, and I think she really struggled with that, unfortunately. She might have been able to make it work, but it unfortunately did not, and we had to see Eva go home. But I will say it was very funny to me. I was laughing when she walked onto the screen and the way she just says, "Hey, hey." It's just like it just makes me laugh. I don't know. It's like a vocal stim for me at this point. And so after we see all these challenges, of course, we get our thoughts. And we kind of touched upon it earlier, but I do want to revisit it. Which group was your favorites for the both of you?
I
The
really don't know.
Caribbean. I don't know neither because Nehellenia's here and I don't want to offend her, you know. No, for me it was Nehellenia, so Empathy, for sure,
Hmm.
hands down.
Yeah, for me too,
Yeah.
but not because it's my group, but for
And not
Hmm.
my
because you're
taste of
here.
no, not for that, but for my taste of comedy. I think I prefer that kind of comedy.
Hmm.
Hmm.
For me, it was Jurassic Booby. No, I'm kidding. So then I think that kind of gives us a good segue into the runway for this week, which the theme was Brown Town. And I'm personally really excited to talk about this runway because I thought it was a very good week for everybody. Are you guys ready to talk about it?
I,
Let's go.
when they sent to us the team and I read
Hmm.
Brown, I was, oh my god, this runway will be like sucks. Because all yeah, because brown, the color for a
Same.
drag
I thought
queen.
the same.
I was thinking about I can only thinking about chocolate or
Hmm.
shit. So I was, how can be good this runway? We are drag queen. We can choose pink, yellow, blue, please,
Love
violet,
Pink.
but why brown?
Colorful.
But the runway was so good. I love this
Hmm.
runway for everyone.
Yeah, it was absolutely just spectacular. So I'm very excited to talk about it with the both of you. And I feel like we have a very topical queen up first to talk about, which is Alyssa Edwards. And then Helenia, of course, we kind of about it before getting into recording. But in the rest stop, if you like a look, you give it a clover. And if you don't like a look, you give it an over.
Okay. I think this is a super clover.
Mhm.
Amazing. I
Oh, a
can smell
petita.
it.
Same. Same. It's a Clover for me. I think this as soon as she stepped on the runway, I was like, budget again.
Hmm.
Like you can tell, she has the money to do those things, and I loved what she had on her head. Like I have a weird obsession with this. Is it a clock? Yes,
Hmm.
Yeah.
right. I
Yeah.
have a weird obsession with this kind of clocks that I think it appears on the film of Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nehellenia, you should know that. Okay,
yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
obsessed with those clocks. So when I saw it, I was like, so cute. And then I was
I
like,
don't know
what's going
if
on?
also you say in Italian we call the cuckoo,
Yeah, because
The
there's
cuckoo
a
clock.
bird or
Yeah.
something that
the cuckoo
gets
clock.
from the
Yeah.
window
Hmm.
out. Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a Clover for me too.
Yeah, this look, absolutely. I loved it. And of course, we kind of have to say it is that American Drag Race wallet that we see coming in here, but it is gorgeous. I thought kind of like taking the theme brown, which could be a horrible, horrible theme, and going straight to like, oh, what's that? What's that genre? The steampunk? What is it?
Yeah,
Steampunk,
it's with
yeah.
punk.
I thought this was really well done. So I am also going to give Alyssa Edwards a Clover. And then next up, we have our eliminated contestant of Eva Le Queen. And I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this look.
I think it's very high fashion. I can see this look in a runway like in Milan. I think
Mhm.
she's another kind of drag. She's not camp, is not
Mm,
like very like a costume. Is a very high fashion dress. For me is a Clover. Totally.
mhm.
Hmm.
And the makeup
I
and the hair.
sorry.
Oh my god.
Yes, I was gonna say the same thing. I love the wig. I need to steal it from Eva. And
Mhm.
I think maybe it is because she looks so tiny that it doesn't get the feeling of wow, a spectacular look. Maybe I would do like the coat longer, but I don't think
Mm.
it was a bad look. Maybe it was, I don't know, more simple than Alyssa's. Okay, but it is still a good look. So for me, it's a Clover too. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I thought that this look was very chic. It was
Yeah.
very old money rich. That was kind of like the character that she was giving, and I really enjoyed it. And I also think, and of course I wasn't there, so I never got her opinion, but I also think that this was kind of her wanting to show versatility on the runway because we know Eva Le Queen, especially from her original season, as these like big, ornate, giant looks. And we kind of saw it at like the first episode runway for the Garden of Eden. I think this was her trying to also show a different side of her where she can also give you like glamour and chic and fashion. And I personally really enjoyed this a lot. I'm going to give this a Clover. And then from Drag Race Mexico, Gala VARO, our other bottom two contestant. Your thoughts, Nehellenia?
This is a big Clover. I love that
Hmm.
runway. I love that look. Apocalyptic glamour. The dress was so good. The detail on the bra was amazing. The makeup. She have like for every runway a picture of the makeup that she want to do. She was very organized. She was, I don't know. I love Gala. Gala is one of my favorite drag queen. I am a fan of drag, and I'm a huge fan of Gala.
Period.
Slay. It was a Clover for me. I was very confused about the judges' critiques. As when I saw
Overwhelming.
Gala's, yeah, I don't know, and also her makeup, as you said, if she had it thought before the runway, if she thought about it, I'm more impressed. Even like
Mhm.
this look for me, it's a super Clover. It was one of my favorite looks from the night.
Yeah, absolutely. This was a Clover in all capital letters. I enjoyed this a lot. I did not understand the overwhelming critique. It just never made sense to me because I thought all the pieces went together, especially when you consider like that Mad Max inspiration. But Nehellenia, I want to ask with that makeup, because that's very interesting that she had that makeup ahead of time. Is it makeup? Were they pictures of makeup on herself, or did she kind of pull inspiration
Both,
from
if I
online?
remember
Okay.
well, because I have my makeup was oh my god, my makeup station was near the one of Gala.
Uh-huh.
I was between Gala and Vanity, and I remember that she has this book with the picture for the inspiration, and if I remember well, also the makeup do on her face. But I don't want to say something that is not true. So
Mhm.
I remember there was like this book with all the inspo, all the makeup, and
Mhm.
maybe some one of the of some photo of her with the makeup, but I'm not sure about that.
Okay. I just think that's so cool when like the drag race queens bring in like these looks that they want to be inspired by for their makeup. I just find that very fascinating. Clover, did you ever do that?
No, I'm a fucking mess, but I
I
remember
can
that
tell.
best. I barely knew how to put makeup on, so please don't blame me. But I remember Bestia had like she doesn't have pictures of her face, but as she's a graphic designer, she
Okay.
designed it on different like drawings of faces, and she had a very specific makeup for each look, and I was like, oh my god, you're gonna win, and then she just made it.
All right, moving on to Drag Race UK. We have Kitty Scott Claus. Please tell me your thoughts.
Okay, I want to say, first of all, I love, love, love Kitty with the brown hair. We
Love
always
pink.
see her blonde, but I think with the Kitty brunette is amazing. I love her. I
Mhm.
get the inspo. She wants to be like the Kim Kardashian sister, very like that. And I can also see the UK aesthetic. So I get it. It is a little bit basic, but I love it. For me, it's clever. Clover.
And clever.
Clever and clover.
Clever bitch.
Clever and clover. So I like it.
Clover, what are your thoughts?
um I don't know. Like, I get the concept, but it's true that compared to, I don't know, for example, Alyssa's look, it felt a little bit short for me. So I'm
Mhm.
gonna give it an over. But I don't hate Kitty. The one who hates Kitty is NIRU'S, and she's not here today. So
Mhm.
no, she
Nirupam
doesn't hate
hates
her.
Kitty Scott Claus with every fiber of their being. And I will say, Nirupam did message me before we recorded, and the only critique they had for Kitty's look was, I mean, over. And that's it.
Like that,
That is all
just like
Nirupam
that.
wrote. Yeah. But I agree. I think Kitty looks wonderful in brown hair. I think this wig is gorgeous on her. I think her makeup is very nice, and I really like her handbag. That's all I'm gonna say.
Is that a
Over.
him? So tiny.
Yeah, that's a handbag, that little tiny, like sensible purse. Very demure,
Okay.
very mindful.
Very mindful.
But yeah.
hmm
What?
Why is this here? What is this? Did Nearpom try to prank us with Peach's talent show?
Probably.
Okay,
I
Nearpom
hate
made the
it.
slides beforehand. I have to say that out loud. I hate that.
I
But
can't.
we may be seeing somebody like this soon. Hint.
Ah,
And then we have the winner of our challenge, 10,000 US dollars richer, Queen Kong. Now, Lenya, start us off.
It was very beautiful. I love when some queens take our culture and bringing it on the runway. So I really appreciated that look.
Mhm.
For me, it's Clover. Yeah,
hmm.
I maybe I would like if it was a little bit more brown because the
Mhm.
color is a
Mm,
little bit too light, like
mm,
beige. But I love it. I think it's very Clover.
Mhm.
mm.
And
I
Clever
was I
Bish,
was
your
gonna
thoughts?
ask, I was gonna ask you about the color thing because I love the headpiece. I think it's spectacular. I also love the shape, the silhouette. I think she looks amazing. But I was gonna ask you about the color thing because, as you know, sometimes the looks don't look the same on screen that in person. But as I think that you're saying it was not brown, right? It was like
Mm.
more
It's
like
a shade
gray.
of brown. It's a very light shade of
Light,
brown.
okay, because it looks
Mhm.
gray to me. Hmm.
It did
Okay, so
not look gray to me.
no,
No,
well,
I
it
think
looks
that looks
gray now.
brown.
Does it? Am I colorblind now?
I think that looks
I don't
lovely
know.
in brown.
Okay, I don't know. The only brown thing I see is the headpiece and the wig. But I'm gonna give it a. I'm going to give it a Clover too because she looks amazing.
Mm. Are you sure about that, Clover? You seem a little hesitant.
What? No. I
You were
thought you
trying
were
real hard
going
to be
to
like, no,
guess.
it's gray.
No, no, no. It's a Clover. I loved it.
Yeah, I thought that this was gorgeous. I honestly think that this was kind of the best that Queen has ever looked. I think this was kind of my favorite Queen Kong look that she's ever worn. I thought the headpiece was spectacular. The hair was great. The makeup was great. I loved the outfit. I enjoyed this a lot. This was a Clover in all capital letters for me. For me, because
For
it's
me too.
brown.
And I need to say that also the presentation was so good. The dance, the
Hmm.
traditional dance
Yeah.
was
Yep.
amazing, was show stopping. I
Yeah.
think Queen Kong in this runway was amazing,
I
beautiful.
saw I saw Queen Kong posted on Instagram like her practicing the
Rehearsal.
dance ahead of time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that, yeah, that was a very nice touch for her. I always love that Queen Kong is so embracive. That's the wrong word. She always is willing to embrace her Samoan heritage, which I always really love, especially that she's bringing that to Global All Stars. Because on Down Under, I think the community of Down Under are more familiar with that heritage and that culture. But the world doesn't really know it too well. So I always appreciate her trying to bring that to the stage, which I really love. Well, I wonder who we have next
Who's
representing
that
Drag
girl?
Race. Who is not familiar? Representing Drag Race Italia, we have Nehellenia. Hmm. I wonder who should start.
I can't say if it's Clover or over, but I can talk a little bit about the concept. I
Yes.
want to, because it's me, it was unfair if I say Clover, for sure for me it's Clover. I choose this
Or
design.
not.
So,
When I see my looks, all of them are over sometimes. So who
oh,
knows? Maybe you
Mhm.
regret it, but this one I don't think.
I need to
This is
say, I don't
great.
know, I don't want to say which one, but there's like two or three look that I already wear in the season that for me, my dress was on over for me.
Oh,
On
So yeah,
okay.
Italia?
I can understand you. Some look is not the one that you want to wear it, but it's the one that you
Yeah.
have it, so you need to wear it.
I
uh,
understand.
I want to say that I chose the music because the classic music is born in Italy. Also, Italy is famous in the world for being the country of the music. So I want to share something that was very Italian, and I love this look. It's one maybe my favorite one of all. I love it. It's very me. It's
Of all
like
of
the
your looks?
mustache, like the makeover challenge that I win in my season.
Yes.
Everything was perfect. Like I was thinking to want it, and I love it. Sorry.
Is this your favorite of every look you've ever worn, even on Drag Race Italia? Is that what you said?
No, of course
Oh.
not. My favorite is still I think is the greenhouse that I got here.
Oh.
Oh, that look was everything. Yep.
It was my favorite for a lot of reason. So it's not my favorite of all, but it's my favorite from Global All Stars. I think it's my favorite.
Oh.
I love this look. As soon as you went on the runway, I was like, "What?" I would have never thought of this concept, and I think
Mhm.
it was executed so beautifully. And also, I want to comment on the mustache because I don't think it was necessary, but it fits perfect the look. I don't know
Mhm.
why, but I was like, "Look at her. She looks nice. She looks gorgeous with a
She looks
mustache." So for me,
good.
she looks no, but she looks really good. Not good, you know.
Yeah.
So for me, it's a Clover too, and it was one of my favorite looks of the runway too because of the
Mhm.
concept as well. It's not because you're here, huh? Because if I don't like it, I'm gonna say it. But no, I did.
Well, if we had Kitty Scott Claus here, I wonder what Clover would be saying to her face.
Or Nero. That would be interesting. Mhm.
Yeah, no, Lenia. I remember very vividly that this look was in the trailer for the entire season that they released, and I remember like looking at that, and I was like, that is the Nehellenia I know and love from Drag Race Italy. Like you, I think, are such a visionary with a lot of your looks, and this was just no exception. This was an absolutely spectacular look. Um, obviously, I love the corset being the base of the violin, the pants, and the mustache. I agree with Clover, just really brings it all together. And then also, can I ask you, did you make that hair yourself or did somebody make that for you?
The hair, I drew the hair. I don't have here. Oh, I have my sketchbook. I drove my hair, but my friend do it for me. But the mustache, I saw the mustache like hair by hair by
No.
myself.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Did you?
because
Oh,
I
That's
oh
started to
wow.
do something like that. I
Mhm.
am. I don't know the word, but I do a school for makeup and prosthetic, so I can do the mustache by myself. I also the lilac one that I wear in Drag Race Italia, I made by myself.
really. Yeah, I was just gonna say I loved that the hair of this look too. I don't know the parts of a violin, but the hair that looked like the end of the violin that you hold, I just thought that was genius. There is so much about this that I love, and this is getting a Clover. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is wonderful. And
Thank
I'm not
you.
just saying that because Nehellenia's here,
Yes, you
just because I
are.
love
Come on.
her. Never.
But
Me being a
but
favorite, me showing favorite.
we need to
Mhm.
say that the shoes is different brown. It's not very good. We need to change the
What
shoes.
shoes? What
Be
shoes? I don't
honest.
see any shoes. I don't see any
Be
shoes.
honest.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see any shoes. And then next up, we have Nehellenia's scene partner, PYTHIA. Nehellenia, start us off.
She's a mega, 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 mega Clover. She's
Mhm.
look, his look is classy, but camp, elegant, wonderful. The makeup, like I love when Pitya do like this makeup, like cartoon character, like a villain. I
Mhm.
can see this look like for a villain of a Cartoon Network cartoon. I don't know. I love
Yeah.
her. I love her.
For me, I was confused at first. I was like, "What is she wearing?" But as as long as she was walking, yeah,
Mhm.
don't gasp, okay? Don't, I haven't
Sorry.
finished yet. No, but as she was walking, I started to like it more and more. And when she turned around and I saw the bear, I was like, "Okay, this is a Clover for me." I love it,
Hmm.
and I also appreciate the makeup versatility that PT is giving during the season. I think that's amazing too.
Yeah, this look I just absolutely thought was so chic as well. It was something you would see in a Paris Fashion Week. It's just has a concept there that I think really shows Pythia's ability to think outside of the box, um, and the ability to also make a statement. About using furs for fashion. So I really enjoyed this a lot. This was a Clover, and she was giving body. I have to say, like that body was tea on the runway that week.
Pitya is perfection every time. The runway
Hmm.
of Pitya is everything.
Which makes me confused that they're never showing her in the edit. Mm, I don't know. She
Oh
gets one
wow,
confessional a week.
that's true.
Up next, we have representing Drag Race France, Soa De Muse. Nehellenia, what are your thoughts?
Amazing. The hair,
Mm.
watching live is everything. Was very heavy. I remember how heavy it was, but the face, she looked stunning. The look is amazing. The concept was everything. I love Soa. I love this
Mhm.
dress. It's like another mega, mega Clover.
Mhm.
Hmm. I love it. I love Sora. You know, I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
Love
You know,
Soa. Yep.
but I feel like this is the best version of Soa because it's still
Mm.
her style, but it's so elevated. I was so uh surprised by this look that I don't know. She must be praised because of this because it was also one of my favorite ones. I have like a top three looks on this runway, and this is one of them. So it's a Clover too.
What are the other two?
Super Clover. I said Nehellenia's, and who was the other one? VARO.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I would agree with that as well. Like Soa De Muse, this is like, kind of like what I said to you, Nehellenia. This is the Soa De Muse that I love, that I know and love. Like this runway game right here is just absolutely spectacular. It looks so nice and so chic. And I know I've said that a lot this week, but it is really chic. And the hair really is one of the best hair wigs we've ever seen.
Wow.
Just absolutely. But you could the craziest part is like you could tell that she was like actively in pain during critiques. Did you see her face when Carson was talking to her and she was just like, I gotta go. I can't do this
I
anymore.
understand. Yes.
My God, that it looked heavy. And she even had to change out of it right before the lip sync too. But beauty is pain, as it were.
Very that.
Yeah, this is an absolute Clover. And then up next from Drag Race Germany, Tessa Testicle, Nehellenia.
I love the silhouette. It's very something that you didn't see a lot of time. And I love the fact that they use the leopard print mixed with the leather, mixed with the monochromatic color with the straps. There's a lot going on, but it's work, and I love it. For me, it's Clover.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Clover for me too. I love the silhouette. I think Tess is bringing very interesting silhouettes during her runways. I don't know who the designer is, but he's doing
Yeah.
or she's doing his job. I don't know about the wig. I don't know if this wig suits her. I don't know if maybe it's something.
Give her an over, I dare you.
No, it's a Clover for me, but I don't know about the wig. I don't know if it suits her well, or maybe it's me that I just don't like it. I don't like it,
Mm.
but the look, I would totally wear it. Yes, it's very
I love
looks
the
like
hair. I need to say that I love the hair. They remind me
really.
the
Exactly.
Young RuPaul mix like Eva Simons, the singer.
Yes.
Very like
Ah,
strong
yes.
woman. I
Mm-hmm.
love it. I think it's worked with the aesthetic of this look.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Clover. But
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
gonna get your look out of the top three now. So Tessa is my top three.
Yeah, Nehellenia, Ida Jolne. I'm so Duolingo, I just gotta say. Yeah, no, this look I thought was very, very well done. I think Tessa
Wait,
has
did you
really
think
stepped.
it was chic? Was it chic or this is not chic?
Wait, me?
Yeah, you've been saying all the looks are chic, and now you're not gonna say it because it's Tessa. Do you hate Tessa? Mm.
Never. I would never. I do not support Tessa deniers in this house.
We know, we know.
I love this look a lot. I really enjoy it. And I'm coming out to say this right now, and I'm speaking my truth. I hate animal print. I hate animal print. Mm-hmm. And
No.
I'd say it again. I hate animal print, but I thought Tessa incorporated it well here. I thought it looked good. I love the jacket. I love the hair too, Clover. Mm-hmm.
I
I'm giving
feel
this a Clover.
offended because no, I feel offended of because of the leopard print thing because I wore leopard print too. So
I remember. I remember.
But I need to say
you're not shit.
something. I don't like animal print too.
Thank you.
I
But
want to say I think the animal print is so used, so abused from the drag queen that now I hate
yeah.
them.
Oh wow. I love zebra and leopard. Why not?
I'm
Because
happy you
every
think
drag
so.
queen have like 5 dress in leopard and 8 dress in
No.
zebra. So
No, I just have one of each.
Well, that's why you got fifth place.
Oh my God, that's not the reason, and you know it.
I know, I know. How could I forget Vanity Vane from Drag Race Sverige, aka Drag Race Sweden? Nehellenia, please, what are your thoughts?
I think she look amazing. I love the hair and the makeup. Vanity has one of the most beautiful face. Like I think
Mm-hmm.
maybe her and Eva Le Queen are the two most beautiful face of the season for my
Mm-hmm.
taste. I need to say that. I love the dress. It's very like old Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
I can see like a 30 30s style, but modern. Don't like the tide.
Yeah,
How to say?
same. I
Mm-hmm.
was gonna say the same
I
thing.
prefer like the nude leg because
Mm-hmm.
it make her more longer, but I like
Yeah.
it. I like it a lot. I think it's a Clover.
Hmm. Same for me. I don't like the stockings neither. I don't like it. But I think she looks great. The wig is exquisite. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. But I want to ask something. What's going on? I don't know if it's the editing, but with the shade of the how do you say? The thing that you wear on your legs.
The stocking.
How, the stocking. Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they all look lighter always on all of you. Is it because you all bought the wrong stocking, or is it the or is
I
it
really
the color
don't know.
editing?
I see my leg very light in the boss in charge. Like my legs look like yellow, and I was what?
Yeah, they all look
Uh,
yellow.
yeah, I don't know why. I really don't know why. In real life, it's like normal.
Yeah, you were
It's
like at home. Wait,
maybe because the light is very very strong. I
Hmm.
think maybe it's that. I
maybe
I
think
could
don't.
be, but
I don't
I was
know because even these.
wondering.
Because even in these pictures that they post on Instagram, it's like the color is off there too a little bit. I don't know.
All of them. I was wondering this for all the episodes, and I just wanted to know. So now that Nehellenia is here, I was like, let me ask her. But it's still a Clover for me,
Yeah,
even though she
that's the
has yellow
backstage.
legs.
That's the backstage tea we need right there. Yeah, Vanity Vane. I am also never going to be a Vanity Vane denier. She can do no wrong in my eyes. I would change the stocking myself as well, though. But the one thing I really enjoy about Vanity this season too is that she has been paying homage to a lot of her Sweden sisters. Like these looks, this look, she pulled inspiration from her season's winner, Admira Thunderpussy, for a look that she wore on a magazine cover. And I really appreciate that Vanity has been doing that this season. Um,
and if I
I
remember, her did the hairstyle for this runway.
Admira, Admira did the hair as well. Yes. So it's like Admira Thunderpussy, one of the best winners ever. Don't at me. Um, Absolutely love her. But Vanity has been doing really well this season. And I also wanted to ask your guys' opinion on Vanity. Like, I picked up on the fact that she's really good at bantering with the judges. She's really good at that volleying with them. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I am. The attitude of Vanity is very very charming, and she have this stuff for with the judges. They can have a connection with them, and every time they talk, I remember she was like great, and I want to be like her.
Yeah, I love
I
it. I
can't just
think
say
she's
enough
so funny.
Italian to. Oh, sorry.
No, no,
I
no.
was just gonna
Say,
say
go on, go on.
if you just say enough Italian to Michelle Visage, then she'll just fall in love with you like that. I imagine.
True.
Clover, what are your thoughts? I didn't mean to
No,
interrupt
I
you
think
earlier.
no. I think she's so funny. We could see that from episode one when they
Mhm,
all came into the runway and they faced the judges and they asked them a question, and she was so funny. How was that
mhm.
moment for you, Nelenia? Was that the first time that you saw the judges
We saw the judges the first time with the entrance.
with the
We
entrance, and then they ask you the question? I think this
Yeah, we do
must
the
have been very
runway.
nerve-wracking for you.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was because I didn't know who is the other contestants because
Oh.
they take us and bring on the main stage. You do your runway and you see the main stage and the judges like immediately. So was for the first thing that you saw is the judges and the main stage. So I was like, oh my god, oh my god. And after the runway, you need to stop it and stop in the center. And they did the question. So it was a little bit emotional, and I can only see the other girls after the runway.
Mhm.
So because I read a lot of people say, oh, for us they already met each other. It wasn't like that. The
Mm,
first thing I
Mhm,
saw is the judges, and the first
mhm.
person that I talked to is the judges. So
mhm.
That's crazy.
there's a lot.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Who, when you all first saw each other, you and your competitors all saw each other, who did you recognize and who did you not recognize?
Okay, I remember that I recognized immediately Atina and
Okay.
Soa because I watched Belgium and France, and then I saw PYTHIA. I don't know why. I remember her in Spain, and I was, oh, you're first from España, and she said, no. I, I'm from Canada, and she was wearing like a Canadian dress, all white and red. So I don't know why, and I was, oh my god, so sorry. And in my mind, I was like, okay, now she hates me for sure, but
You started.
unfortunately, it's not. And then I naturally Alyssa and Kitty.
Mhm,
I remember that I recognized Queen Kong. I didn't know Tessa, but Tessa know that I was Italian, so come to me and say, se vuoi possiamo parlare italiano. If you want, we can
mhm.
talk in Italian.
Ah.
So it was so cute.
Yeah, and I find that really interesting. And this might also be behind the stage tea that you don't have to spill if you don't want to. But if there was another queen in there that spoke Italian, would you be allowed to speak together in Italian, or was it like English only the entire time, like while they
No,
were
no,
filming?
you can. I remember, for example, Soa and Atina talk a lot of
Hmm.
time in French. Also behind in the oh, in the backstage. Okay, in the
Hmm.
backstage. Uh, me and Tessa didn't speak a lot of Italian. Also because I
Hmm.
don't want it, because I
Okay.
know that my English is not very good, and I want to improve. So if I talked in Italian all the time, I never improve my English. So I have
Hmm.
to didn't talking to me in Italian. But when I didn't understand something, and I was like, I can't understand. I go to Tessa. Tessa, please translate to me, and she was always so kind. So I love Tessa.
Oh, that's wonderful. And I
Yeah.
can speak firsthand from how you've been interacting with Clover and I. Your English is very good, I think. It is really good, and I'm very happy that you kind of got to this place with your English.
I still study. I studied before the season. I studied during the season. I woke up every morning like 5 for study English, and I still
Wow.
studying because I want to talk well in English because I want to work all around the world, but I need to know English better. So I still
Hmm.
study.
Well, when I see you in Rome this weekend, we'll practice.
Thank you.
So, returning to the episode, after the critiques, RuPaul, of course, we have the winner of Queen Kong. Do you both agree with Queen winning this challenge?
For me, it has to be someone from Nehellenia's group,
Hmm.
either Pythia, Sua, or Nehellenia. The three of
Hmm.
them, I think they were the best. Or I would also, maybe I don't know if you think of the same. I also thought about Gala because she stepped out of her comfort zone so much that I thought she was going to be rewarded in
Hmm.
any kind of way, and then it was the opposite way.
Hmm.
So
I mean,
yeah,
if the winning team is Jurassic, Booby for sure, Queen Kong
Hmm.
was
yes,
the real winner of the
of
challenge.
course.
But I don't think that Jurassic Booby was the winning team. So, but for only for my taste, only for my taste. So for
Hmm.
that, I can see one of us be the winner, or Vanity, or Gala.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Hmm.
also
Can I?
Vanity
Yeah,
used her voice very well. Maybe for the runway,
that's true.
I can see more one of us, because I think my group has maybe the most beautiful runway.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
runway and challenge, I think my group deserve the win, but it's just my taste, and I was
Mhm.
in that group,
Mm.
so for sure it's my taste.
Yeah. Mm. Can I ask you something? Like, have you seen this clip that is going over like all over Twitter of Katie saying like, "Oh, we did great, but you didn't do as well as us," or something like that?
Great
Was
job,
that
girls. Not as good as us, though.
very that? Yes, that she said that. Did you all girls take that as a joke, or was it like it was shown on screen like, okay, that was not funny?
I didn't remember well because I need to say,
You're so nice.
no, no, no. Really, really, I didn't remember that part because I was very into my feeling, and you can so because I watched the judges like straight. I never watched them because I was a
Mhm.
little bit frustrated
Mhm.
Mhm.
because I really think that my group will be the winner, and I maybe can see that also the other group.
Mhm.
When we watch the trailer, we talk about that, and with my group was the best. So when it wasn't, I was a little bit upset that I was like in my mind and I didn't remember her say that stuff.
Mhm.
So I can say
Mhm.
if I didn't remember. I
Yeah, it all
remember that
happened
he
at the
was
same time.
Yeah.
upset. So in the untagged, I remember, I don't want to say name again, but there was one girl say sorry, but for us you are in the bottom, and the
You.
group. No,
Did
no,
you say
it's
it?
not. It was me. It wasn't me,
Mm.
but I defend that
Ah.
girl because she was
Mhm.
attacked, and she say, "But I say my opinion like you do, like you did with Nehellenia the last week, and now you are upset." So I was like, defend this
Yeah.
girl. But yeah, the feeling on the attack was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So
It was tense.
it was a
Yeah.
little bit tense, but I like that they don't show that because I prefer this episode go like very fair. Because this season can be a little bit too much in the
Mhm.
attack. So if they cut a lot, it's better.
So, and then after Queen wins the challenge, we get a bottom two of Gala VARO and Eva Le Queen. Do you agree?
No,
No, so
Mm.
unfortunate
I,
for Gala. I don't know.
for Gala, no. I can see Eva.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
so you all think Eva Le Queen should quit drag? So okay, I see how it is.
Yeah.
no. I can see Eva in low position or bottom, and
Mhm.
but not Gala. I don't
Yeah.
think Gala deserved the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree. I think Gala was just put in the bottom for the runway alone, but the runway wasn't even bad enough to put her in the bottom four.
I
It
think they
was,
wanted a free show from Gala.
I think so. I think so because they knew that Gala is probably like the best lip syncer there outside of maybe ALYSSA. So I think they
Hmm.
kind of wanted that. And that kind of like, I do want to ask you both. The lip sync song was Take On Me by, I don't remember who the heck sings the song, but I thought it was a very weird song choice. What did you two think?
That's a choice.
Choices were made.
They were.
Yeah, I, I mean, it was a song that I will never want to perform. I hate that song. I like to hearing,
Did,
but
yeah.
for perform, no, it's not for me.
Was that a song that you heard on the iPod and you're like, I'm not going to learn this and just hope I'm not in the bottom?
It was. This is one. Is it was. This one was one of that
Mm.
for
if
sure.
there was if there was one song that you wanted to see on that Global All Stars track list, what song would it be?
I think maybe "Physical" of Dua Lipa is so good.
Ah,
Everyone
Mm.
from every song from Britney Spears or Ariana Grande
okay.
was good for me, and I wanted so bad to do the Dana song in the second
No.
episode, Paranoia.
Oh,
I was so ready. I want to do it. I say to Gala, the first time we work
yeah.
together, please, we need to do like the lip sync for your life in Paranoia.
because it was funny too, because in the background of the lip sync between Vanity and Eva, we could see you dancing, and everyone was on Twitter was like, she wanted to lip sync so bad.
Yeah, I love that song. I love Dana. I is one of my favorite artists. And when I hear the song, I say, "Oh, I want to do it! I want to do it!" And I was so ready, and I want to do it so bad. I will do it. I promise.
Yeah.
Well done.
And then after the lip sync, RuPaul tells VARO to Shantae and Eva Le Queen to sashay away, eliminating the Philippines from the competition right after Brazil goes home, which I thought was insanity to have kind of like the two biggest fan bases of Drag Race kind of go home back to back. But I also feel like Eva deserved to go home, unfortunately. I think she was the worst in the challenge, did not outperform Gala in the lip sync. I don't know. Did you guys have any thoughts about that?
I was not expecting her to go home that soon. I might have to
Hmm.
say that because she started, it's true that she started very strong and then she kind of faded in the background for me, but I don't think
Hmm.
it was for going home that this early. I don't know.
Hmm.
I was surprised. Well, not surprised when I saw it was against Gala. I was like, if it's against Gala, I don't know. She's going home because Gala is really
Hmm.
good doing like lip syncing. She has the move, she has the attitude, she sells everything. So unfortunately, yes, because of the episode, it was Eva's time.
Hmm. Did you agree, Nehellenia?
Yeah, for how the episode was going, I think Eva was the one to need to go
Hmm.
home. I'm so sorry because Eva is so fierce. Is one of my favorite person in the world, and I think that it was too soon for her to go home because I definitely could see Eva slaying the competition, but for this
Mhm.
episode, I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I agree. But either way, whether she deserved to go home or not, it's sad to see her go. We send all of our love to Eva Le Queen for being willing to come on Global All Stars and show her drag to the entire world. Well, that finishes another episode of The Rest Stop and our coverage of Global All Stars. Nahalenia, I wanted to thank you so much for being here to join us and talk about this episode. If you would, please tell us where we all can find you, whether on social media, or what plans you have coming up.
Oh, you can see me on Instagram, Nehellenia.90,
Mhm.
or on Twitter, on TikTok, and please stream Stars Colliding. I want to be a pop star, please.
We will.
And then Clover, of course, we see you every week, so nobody needs to know where you're. No, I'm kidding. Clover, where
It's
can we
true.
find you?
Here, Clover Bish,
Hmm.
Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, everywhere, everywhere you can find me.
Hmm. And then, of course, you can find me at Belakboy on TikTok. It's Belakboy on Twitter. Belak underscore Matt underscore on Instagram. And I think that's all the places I am at now. But thank you all for watching another episode of The Rest Stop. We appreciate you all joining us for this discussion of Global All Stars, and we will see you next week with another special guest from around the world. So thank you all for watching. Ciao.
Ciao, bellissimi.
Ciao, bellissimi. Arrivederci.
Ciao.